If you're a Detroit Lions fan, you already know that Dan Campbell brings the fire. But long before he was biting kneecaps and leading NFC North title runs, Campbell was doing Dan Campbell things down in Dallas, and according to Todd Haley, it got wild.
TLDR.
Todd Haley shared a wild Cowboys-era story on This Is Football, showing Dan Campbell's fire even as a player. Bill Parcells used Campbell to deliberately start a practice fight to wake the team up, and it worked. It's just another legendary example of how Campbell's leadership and intensity have always been part of his DNA. The lead. During a recent appearance on ESPN's This Is Football podcast, Haley, former Cowboys wide receivers coach and longtime NFL play caller, recounted an unforgettable moment when Campbell sparked a full-blown practice brawl to get the team's energy up. And yes, it was all by design. What happened? It was sometime in 2004 or 2005, back when Bill Parcells was coaching the Dallas Cowboys and the team was slogging through a flat Wednesday practice. Players were dragging. Coaches were fuming. And Parcells wasn't having it. Here's how Haley told it. Practice on a Wednesday was going bad, Haley said, as quoted by Pride of Detroit. You could see Coach Parcells getting heated up. He was not happy with the way anything was going. There was no energy. And I see him call Dan Campbell over to the side and say a couple of words to him, and Dan runs back into the huddle. Parcells, with his arms crossed like he always did, walked over to me, and he said, "Watch this, Todd." And then, a fight ensued on the next play, and Dan Campbell was in the middle of it. As coaches, you've got to do whatever you have to do to get things going in the right direction. And he knew that Dan was his man to get in there and stir it up, and it worked. All of a sudden, at practice, everyone is hootin' and hollerin', excited, and good things happen from there. Why it matters. This wasn't a player having a meltdown or losing control. It was a calculated move from Parcells and Campbell, showing how valuable Dan was even before his coaching days. And this story fits perfectly with what we've come to know about the Lions head coach. He's real.
He's raw.
And when things get too quiet, he knows exactly how to bring the thunder. Dan Campbell, still that guy. Fast forward to 2025, and Campbell has turned around an entire franchise. He's won over his players with a rare blend of grit, authenticity, and leadership. But this story proves he's been that guy all along. Whether it's sparking energy at a sleepy Cowboys practice or leading the Lions to a 15-win season, Dan Campbell doesn't just motivate, he ignites. Perhaps one of the greatest careers without a championship in NFL history came to an end after the 2024 season, when longtime Dallas Cowboys offensive guard and future Pro Football Hall of Famer Zach Martin announced his retirement. Martin, a 2014 first-round pick out of Notre Dame, played all 11 of his NFL seasons in Dallas and walked away from the game as one of the most dominant and highly paid offensive linemen of his generation, a 9-time NFL All-Pro and 9-time Pro Bowler who raked in approximately $111.9 million in career earnings. All of that doesn't obscure the fact the Cowboys went 7-10 in Martin's final season and struggled on the offensive line, including Martin, which caused no small amount of hand-wringing within the franchise and its fanbase. That agita might not last long. That's because the Cowboys might have the next decade at guard covered with 2025 first-round pick, number 12 overall, Tyler Booker, who has earned glowing praise through the first part of off-season work. Despite the padless practices, Booker has impressed with his willingness to learn and work, ESPN's Todd Archer wrote on June 24th. He has been with the starters from the first OTA through the minicamp, so there's no pretense about what is expected. He is being viewed the same way the Cowboys have viewed Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, and Tyler Smith, as a day one starter. Booker comes into NFL ready to battle. Booker, 6'5" and 321 pounds, was part of an incredible run on offensive linemen to kick off the 2025 draft. He was the fourth of 8 total offensive linemen drafted in the first round. His utter domination on the college level also shows a player ready to step in and face NFL competition. At Alabama, Booker was a 2-time team captain, 2-time All-SEC selection, and earned All-American honors in 2024, while making 25 starts over his final 2 seasons. Booker left school with 1 year of eligibility remaining. Booker is tough, smart, and a top leader, NFL draft analyst Lance Zierlein wrote. The traits, football character, and play strength will make him a good starter for a downhill, power-based attack. Cowboys need immediate help on offensive line. Booker's role as a plug-and-play starter comes with some hefty purse strings. He signed a 4-year, $22.533 million rookie contract. It also comes with a franchise at an inflection point. After consecutive 12-5 seasons in 2022 and 2023, the Cowboys came apart at the seams in 2024 as quarterback Dak Prescott missed the final 9 games of the regular season with a hamstring injury. To add insult to injury, the Cowboys watched from home as 2 other NFC East teams faced off in the NFC Championship game with the eventual Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and upstart Washington Commanders. That puts the Cowboys squarely ahead of just the lowly and possibly improved New York Giants and the pressure on Booker and his compatriots to protect Prescott at all costs. Whether it's the responsibilities that Booker has to bring to the huddle or whether it's his communications on the line, he's doing a hell of a job, Prescott told ESPN. And you can tell this guy is a football player. Guy has a lot of pride standard in what he does. The Giants are trading DT Jordan Phillips to the Dallas Cowboys, per multiple reports. According to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, the deal includes a pick swap. The Giants will receive a 6th-round pick for a 7th-round pick in 2026. The Giants signed Phillips in the offseason and are now dealing him before he takes a snap with his new team. The 10-year veteran spent the last 2 seasons with the Buffalo Bills where he accumulated 4 sacks and 19 total tackles, 14 solo, in that span. The 31-year-old started his career with Miami before landing in Buffalo for the 2018 and 2019 seasons. The 2019 season saw Phillips have his best season after he made 25 tackles, 19 solo, and 9.5 sacks. He then spent 2 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals before returning to Western New York.